Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to The Edward. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I'd like to welcome you to another edition of my mini-series, How to Get Excited For, where in tonight's video I will be giving you suggestions, tips, and advice on how to get excited for the upcoming film Suicide Squad in theaters this Friday, August 5th. The day is almost upon us, my friends. It is almost here. God, I can't believe it's been almost a year since we saw our first look at this movie at last year's Comic-Con. I mean, it was one of the most popular viewed trailers from Comic-Con, on YouTube for that matter. Every time there's been new footage and a new trailer, people have been eating it up like popcorn, and unlike Batman v Superman, this movie seems to have a lot of people really excited and looking forward to it. I think it's just the appeal that our favorite villains are finally being brought to life on the big screen. At least that's how I feel. Some of my favorite villains are being brought to life on the big screen. But anyway, despite whatever people are excited for, if you need something to hold you over until Friday or whenever you see the movie, here's some suggestions to get you in the mood for Suicide Squad. So, of course, I know a lot of people are still hung up on the wonderful Heath Ledger, R.I.P. Mr. Ledger, who did an outstanding performance as the Joker. He was terrifying, he was funny, he was disturbing, he was creepy, he was everything you'd want the Joker to be. And it's just too bad that he lost his life due to how extreme he took the role. But if you want to prepare yourself for yet another, which we hope to be a wonderful Joker performance played by the talented Jared Leto, you could watch the very first theatrical version of the Joker, which is 1989's Batman from Tim Burton. This is the one with not Heath Ledger, of course, but with the wonderfully talented, the funny, the twisted Jack Nicholson playing an awesome version of the Joker. You know, it still makes me laugh and go, ooh, sometimes whenever I watch this movie, and he does an outstanding job as the Joker. Well done, Mr. Nicholson. Oh, there he is, right there. Sorry. Anyway, he does a fantastic job as the Joker. I absolutely love him in this movie. This is one of my favorite roles that he's ever done. Also, this is just a fantastic movie overall. Great Batman movie. So, if you want to prepare yourself for another version of the Joker, relive one of your favorite Joker performances by one of your favorite actors, Jack Nicholson as the Clown Prince of Crime in 1989's Batman. Check it out. It's pretty wicked if you haven't seen it. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, everybody still loves Heath Ledger's performance, which was incredible. But I'm sure Mr. Leto will give us just as good a performance. Probably will not top Heath Ledger's, but I'm sure he'll give a justifiable, worthwhile performance, and I think he looks great. So, of course, you could get yourself ready for another Joker by watching everybody's favorite Nolan Batman film, The Dark Knight. And I say favorite Nolan Batman film is because out of the trilogy, The Dark Knight is by far most people's favorite. People really liked Batman Begins, a lot of people really liked or loved Rises, and a lot of people also disliked and hated The Dark Knight Rises. But everybody loves The Dark Knight. I'm not saying that's what I believe in, it's just what I've seen with people, most people I've talked to. I ask them what your favorite Batman Nolan film is. It's The Dark Knight, with the wonderful Heath Ledger's eerie performance as the Joker. I do not have it with me because the only Batman Nolan film I own is The Dark Knight Rises. However, I'm sure many of you own it on Blu-ray and DVD, or you can rent it off of Netflix. It's a great watch, great Batman movie, and if Mr. Ledger was going to be remembered in his final days for a role, this would be the one. So, well done, Mr. Ledger, and we continue to honor and remember you. And I think Jared Leto will also do a fantastic job as well in the movie. So, that's if you want to get ready for the Joker. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of people did not care for this movie. In fact, I think it was highly polarized. Half of us loved it and half of us hated it. I know the critics tore it to shreds, but quite frankly, the critics are full of shit, and that's coming from a critic, and they've never been fans of Zack Snyder anyway. However, a lot of us still loved this movie. You could just watch the previous installment of the DC Universe, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, on Blu-ray and DVD. This is the Ultimate Edition, which is 3 hours long with 30 minutes of footage that was cut from the movie. I've watched it twice already. Quite frankly, I think it makes it a better movie. It really clears up a lot of questions and criticisms that a lot of people had about it. Wait, if that happened, how come he knew about that, and why did that happen? It includes all the deleted stuff that I think would have helped tell the story in a much, much better way. But I still enjoy the theatrical version as well. So if you want to prepare yourselves for Suicide Squad, you could just watch the most recent installment of DC, Batman v Superman. Plus, Affleck's Batman is going to be appearing, don't know how long, but he'll be at least in the movie briefly in Suicide Squad. From the trailers, he goes after Joker and Harley in a really cool car chase, I hope. So, yeah, this is a great way to get yourself excited for it. However, I know many of you did not care for this movie, which is why I say some of you may want to watch this one to get yourselves in the mood. For those of you who didn't like this movie, there are other options as well. Now, I'm normally not a huge comic book reader, but the two comic books I'm about to show you are ones that I fell in love with after reading them, both of them, for the first time. Well, one of them was a gift, and I ended up loving it. But this first one, my cousin got me into it a few years ago. It's called Forever Evil. I believe it came out in either 2013 or 14. Anyway, it was written by DC Master. Well, I don't know if he wrote it alone, but one of the people who helped put it together was the DC Master Jeff Johns, who recently became the Chief Creative Officer and President of DC Entertainment at Warner Brothers, probably to oversee Snyder and all the other directors for their cinematic universe. But this is a great read. This is so much fun. In fact, I may read this while I'm uploading this video later. Basically, I won't go into the details too much, but it's about an alternate reality, an alternate Justice League, which is evil, pure evil, with power-mad super beings, invade our dimension, our reality, and the Justice League is incapacitated with the exception of Batman and Cyborg, I think, and it forces Batman to team up with the likes of Lex Luthor, Black Manta, Captain Cold, Black Adam, Bizarro, Deathstroke, and so many other countless DC villains. In fact, you start to sympathize and really get into the DC villains, and some of them develop and grow, some of them grow consciences. The other ones remain just as evil, but not as bad as the evil Justice League. It's a fantastic read. It's a lot of fun, and it's a good story where you root for the bad guys. It's like Will Smith said when they were promoting Suicide Squad. The movie isn't an evil versus evil story. It's a bad versus evil story. That, I think, could be applied to Forever Evil. Bad versus evil. And it's a great read with great characters and great character conflict and amazing fight scenes between all of these beloved DC characters we all grew up with and we love. It's a great read. Check it out. If none of the movies I recommended are up your alley, this would definitely get you in the mood for Suicide Squad, simply because many of the characters like Harley, Deadshot, and several others briefly appear in this story, but it's a story where you root for the bad guys. And that's what Suicide Squad is going to be, I think. We're going to end up rooting for the bad guys. Now, for those of you who are big Joker fans, of course, ironically, I still haven't seen the movie, unfortunately, but trust me, I intend to, because it looks great, and I hear it's great, and I missed the screening at Comic-Con. But you could also read The Killing Joke, which is a great, one of the best Joker stories, Batman versus Joker stories out there. It's dark, it's really intense, and it's entertaining. And I can't wait for the animated movie. The trailer looks like it's spot on from the comic with a few differences here and there. But I believe this is one of the sources of inspiration that both Heath Ledger and Jared Leto used in reference to getting prepared for their roles in their respective films. And one of the first images of Jared Leto's Joker Joker. It was kind of a blurred picture, but it was basically him in front of a mirror with a camera, much like this one, not looking like this Joker, but with a big sinister grin and green hair, like, you know, just like this Joker is in the Killing Joke cover here. So he probably read it to get a pretty good idea of what kind of character the Joker is. And if you're a big Batman fan or a Joker fan, this is the comic for you. It's fun. It's a one-issue story. It's great. I think you'll enjoy it. Well, guys, those are my suggestions on how to get excited for Suicide Squad in theaters this Friday, August 5th. I personally will be seeing it Saturday night with a couple of fellow YouTubers. We will be doing a prediction video before the movie, and of course immediately after we will be doing a film review. And to keep it a surprise, I won't reveal who my fellow YouTubers are, but we will be doing a shared review video, and on all three channels you can see the video. Most likely from all three channels, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching this How to Get Excited For video. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. Do you have your own suggestions or advice on how to get excited for Suicide Squad? Please feel free to leave your comments down below in the comment section, your opinions, your recommendations. Let's please keep it civil and be respectful of one another's beliefs and opinions, of course. Thanks again for watching this video here on The Edward. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my Facebook page and the link down below. I think you'll like what you see. Suicide Squad in theaters this Friday. It looks great. I can't wait. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.